Hello, my name's Martin Sabaton and I'm the Senior Product Marketing Manager with Huddle. We're going to spend the next 15 minutes looking at some of Huddle's key features and explore why they are the best way for your teams and your clients to collaborate together on projects, share and edit files, assign tasks and track team activity in a secure, shared environment. During this short demo, we're going to look at how Huddle can complement your deal advisory process, in particular a buy-side engagement, helping your clients to make an informed decision and greatly increasing the likelihood of a successful transaction. Let's now take a look at Huddle in action. Huddle is designed to improve your workflows and increase the client experience at key phases of the buy-side process. And a workspace is where the deal team and the client can work together on strategy, target identification, due diligence analysis and more. I could even use this workspace to engage with the client's third-party advisors, such as lawyers or investment banking partners. As you'll see during this demo, Huddle is more than just document storage in the cloud. A workspace is where you can start to organise people, content, projects and team communication in one place. You'll see that a workspace can be customised to suit your brand and to give your client engagement a real sense of identity. In this workspace, you can see we have the advisory firm's brand, the client's brand, a customised overview, background image and even a dedicated URL. We're currently viewing the overview page, which offers an at-a-glance view of activity that's happening in the workspace. And I also have a calendar view displaying upcoming tasks relating to this engagement. Because it's surfacing relevant files and activity, the overview page is a great way to help you stay on top of current activity and track project milestones with a single glance. Before we dive into how you can share and collaborate on content, it's worth just highlighting that it's within the workspace that you can carefully start to secure access to content and control who can access and edit files. The People tab gives you a directory of all the people that currently have access to this workspace. Now there's a couple of important things to point out here. Firstly, you can only access a workspace by invitation. There's no way to organically discover and access a workspace or file like you might do on a network drive. This is super important for clients where confidentiality and sensitivity exists around the engagement. Secondly, you'll also notice that users are grouped into teams. You'll see here that we have the deal team, including those conducting research work and performing assessments of potential targets, and also management, who will need to track activity and progress on the engagement, while also providing feedback where needed. We've also got the client team and a team of external specialists, such as a lawyer we are working with on this engagement. You can use these teams to set very granular levels of control and permissions around your content based on who the user is and where they sit in your organisation. There are different roles that can be assigned to users, including being workspace managers. You can see a list of workspace managers here at the top. Workspace managers are super users with the ability to control some key administrative policies. For example, I can decide who can invite additional users to the workspace. I can also quickly remove users, change which teams they sit in, or adjust their access rights. So now we've looked at teams and people, let's take a look at the Files tab. You can store any kind of file within Huddle, including Microsoft Office documents, images and even video. We've optimised the folder structure for a typical buy-side engagement, with sections for key components such as formulation of the deal strategy, market screening and due diligence analysis of potential targets. Of course, the folder structure and names can very easily be tailored by users to reflect your own internal processes. Let's take a quick look at the Target 1 folder. We can quickly check permissions and access for this folder for each team. If I need to adjust that as a workspace manager, I could do that right here. When you open a folder, you'll see that you have a very familiar folder structure. And when you open a file, you'll see that it's beautifully previewed within Huddle itself. So you can read a document, even in full screen, print it, even watch streaming video, all without leaving Huddle. Surrounding the file are some key actions such as move, copy and delete, and also some unique Huddle features that we're going to look at in more detail during this demo. If I need to edit this file, Huddle makes it easy to work with my existing desktop applications or tools. There are two modes I can use to open this document. I can either read only or I can edit and lock it. So let's edit and lock, which effectively checks the document out of Huddle. This means Huddle always maintains a single and most current version of the file, so there's no more chaos managing edits across different versions. As you can see, the document opens directly in the appropriate Office application on your desktop, and that's because we have an application called Huddle Desktop, which acts as a bridge between the desktop applications and the web. So in this scenario, I've spotted a potential problem with this cash flow data. It could be a deal breaker. I want to highlight the areas of concern in the document and have one of the team review it. So let's make a simple edit. I can save this document in the regular way. Click Save, and I get a notification that Huddle has saved this version back into the cloud. You'll also see that Huddle is pulling in the document's comment stream, so I can recap on the discussion. Let's notify the team about my concerns. These comments are also synced back to Huddle, and people that I mention will be notified through their Huddle dashboard as well as via email. So now I can unlock this file, and anyone that goes into Huddle will be seeing the latest version. And you can see that a new version has been logged into the system, and I can also go back in time to view these earlier versions if I need to compare versions. I can also look at all the activity that surrounds this document, and I can filter the types of action, making it easy to see who has downloaded the document or if a senior member of the team has recently viewed it. All of this activity is timestamped and audited in Huddle. Now that I've notified the team about my concerns, I have some benchmarking data that I think will help them in their analysis, so let's add that into Huddle. Here we have an existing version of the benchmarking data, but I've received a new version and I want to share it with the team. The easiest way to add the content is to simply drag and drop the new file into Huddle. Just select the file on your desktop and drag it into the Huddle page in the browser. Now let's share this file with the team to help with the cash flow projection analysis. Only people with permissions to access this folder will be able to view this document. Now I've highlighted my concern in the cash flow document and uploaded the latest benchmarking data, I want to assign the review to a colleague to complete. So let's now look at Huddle tasks and how they can help to keep buy-side engagements on track. Tasks can be used to assign work out to anyone in the workspace, and you can easily customize your own task types. We can use Huddle to assign discovery, collation or analysis tasks out to the team or even the client, and then have them upload any related assets directly into the appropriate folder instead of via email and all the challenges that brings. Here we can see that a member of my team has been asked to complete a review of the cash flow issue and to upload some analysis to share with the client to a particular folder by a set date. Once Craig has completed the task, he can mark the task as complete. So, instead of email updates getting lost in my inbox or in the noise that can come with running multiple engagements at once, Huddle tasks make it simple to monitor progress against key milestones while checking outstanding actions. So let's now jump forwards a little in time and assume that Craig has completed his analysis. You can see Craig has generated an analysis report for the cash flow issue, which needs to be reviewed by a senior partner before being shared with the client. So, I'm going to create an approval request right here on the document preview page that will be sent to Tom Howard, who's a senior partner with Acquisit. Now, as Tom is travelling and probably extremely busy, It's important that he can complete these kind of tasks easily and conveniently while away from the office. Otherwise, he risks becoming a bottleneck in the delivery of this engagement. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the Huddle for iOS application to see how device and location no longer have to be a barrier to productivity. Again, we have an activity stream, so if I'm on the road, I can quickly scan through and keep track of key projects and discussions. I also have a list of notifications specific to me, and I can see any outstanding tasks that have been assigned to me, so I can start to prioritise my work. Critically, it's also surfacing items that require my immediate approval, so I'm not going to miss any milestones while I'm out of the office. You can see the document that I have just created an approval on, and importantly, I can see the context of the approval request as I have the comment stream. So, the mobile app is a really powerful way to surface relevant content, activity, and actions to users while on the move, which is perfect for members of the team who are working away from the office, perhaps at the client's premises. Now that the document has been approved, I can share it with the client to help them make an informed decision as part of the due diligence process. So, you can see how Huddle can be applied to a number of advisory scenarios, and in fact, Huddle can make working on multiple engagements very efficient by using the dashboard. The dashboard is the perfect way to keep track of broader activity, perhaps in projects or activities you're not involved in on a day-to-day basis. It also provides more transparent visibility of client and company activity, while making it easier to manage concurrent activities during the day. I have a dedicated view of approvals that are outstanding, both for myself and for anyone else I'd set an approval for. You can see this is the case for some deal risk assessments that are waiting my approval. A snapshot of my open tasks is also surfaced, and I can even mark tasks as complete right from the dashboard. In summary, the dashboard is the perfect place to make sure I'm not falling behind or missing any key activities. With so much activity going on, it's important to give people easy ways to get back to what they were working on. We've provided search and also recent files for this purpose, not only in the browser, but also via Huddle Desktop and the mobile apps. So, for example, if I need to quickly make a comment to a document that I was working on recently, but I've forgotten where it was stored, I can go to Recent Files, select the document, and it will take me straight to the relevant workspace or open the document directly in the appropriate Microsoft Office application. So that's a very quick overview of Huddle. I hope that's gone some way towards helping you understand where Huddle can add benefit to your deal advisory engagements through improved workflows, collaboration, document management and mobility. Thank you for your time. If you want to learn more or get in touch, please visit huddle.com.